The natural hair era is over. The girls are tired. They don't want to be natural anymore. They are going back to the creamy crack. Hello everyone, my name is Angela of Afroleak and I'm the one you should listen to when it comes to growing long and healthy natural hair. In today's video, we're going to be dissecting, or I'm going to be giving you reasons why I think that the natural hair era is over. I believe that these thoughts have been in my head for a while now. I think since the beginning of this year or even last year, I have been having, I've just been aware, socially aware of one or two things happening, and I've been putting two and two together. And I think that the natural hair era is actually over. The girls are tired, they are done, they don't want to do it anymore. So I have some things written down. I have bullet points of why I think the natural hair era is over. But before we get into the video, I know. I disappeared for over a month without posting, and now I'm coming back acting as if I did not post for over a month. Well, guys, a lot has been on my plate, and even this video, I'm filming this video at night. And if you pay attention, you might hear the insects making sound. The insects that come out at night, they're currently making sounds. It's not as though I don't have content to post or ideas to post, but I just have too many things I need to do, and I'm just one person. There's so much I can do. But I think this month is going to be an easy month for me, so you might see more content from me. So relax and enjoy the ride. The big question that I would want you to answer at the end of this video is the natural hair era over? Now, these points I'm going to make might convince you or it might not convince you, but either way, I'm open for a civil discussion. The first thing we need to understand is that the natural hair movement gained more popularities in the 2010s. And this is not to say before then people were not wearing their natural hair. Of course, people were wearing their natural hair. The natural hair and the afro was a sign of Black solidarity and all of that. But the movement that we know it as on social media started around the 2010s. And I think just like every other movement, just like every other, I don't want to say aesthetics, but we're just going to say aesthetics for this video. Just like every other aesthetics, there are people who return natural because of their core values aligning with what the natural hair or the afro hair stands for. There are people who wear natural for that reason. And then there are people who wear natural because natural hair is now cool. Before then, natural hair, for me in Nigeria and the community I grew up in, natural hair was seen as, the people who had natural hair were mainly for religious reasons, and because of that, other people saw them as, you do not know what's up, like you're not in vogue, you don't like they were seen as JJC, which we call Johnny Just Come. It means you just arrived, you don't know what's up. I say all of this to say that they were seen as socially deficient, fashionably deficient, and all of that. That was the idea that people had about people with natural hair. And so people who did not find themselves in those religious groups were really skeptical about going natural and aligning themselves with, those people that had natural hair. So when natural hair movement became prominent on social media, people began to see that you did not have to be natural for religious reasons. You could be natural and still be fashionable. Those things are not mutually exclusive. So this then brought about the second group of people that returned natural because the natural hair movement was the new thing. It was a new aesthetic to follow. And I think natural hair movement had its time, had its peak. And now I think there's a decline in the desirability. Natural hair movement had its prime in the 2010s, and even up to I dare say 2020. There was this whole movement for loving your natural self because a lot of people were locked in their homes and couldn't get their beauty treatment. So natural hair was thriving, people were going natural. But I think I started noticing a shift in 2023. And even now, a lot more people are relaxing their hair. And those people who are relaxing their hair are using the same talking point that I heard growing up as a child. Natural hair is hard. Natural hair is difficult. Natural hair, just the same thing. The same talking point. And sometimes I think, and I ask myself, did you forget why we stopped relaxing our hair? Did you forget what? Did you forget the loss of edges? Did you forget lots of people's hair were doing terribly with relaxer? And the natural hair movement came at a time where I think people needed something different, and now we're going back to relaxers. I think I've seen a couple of videos of people who relax their natural hair and then they now realize the reason why they stopped relaxing their hair in the first place, and now they are back to be natural. One of the reasons why I think the natural hair era is ending is because of the rise of the Y2K aesthetics. If you think of the early 2000s, their appearance, their clothing, their makeup, everything, and their hair especially, you will notice that people predominantly wore straight hair, either relaxed hair, or they will continuously straighten their hair all the time. So when I saw the rise of the Y2K aesthetics, people were wearing the clothes, people wanted to get flip phones, people were going back to the juicy couture tracksuit and all of that. I knew that it was only a matter of time that people would start relaxing their hair because it just fits the aesthetic that they might be going for. So when you look at inspirational pictures from the early 2000s, the Y2K aesthetics, straight hair is all you're going to see. And this is not to say that in that time people did not wear their natural hair, they did, but it was not a popular choice for people to make. The final reason why I think that people are relaxing their hair, now this might be a reach, but I think it makes sense in my head. It makes sense in my head. Okay, inflation. Inflation is the reason why I feel like most people are relaxing their hair. Now, how? Now, walk with me. Let me cook. Let me cook. Okay, this is going to make sense at the end of the day. Okay, there's this thing. I don't know if you've heard about the lipstick theory, or if you've heard about the hem. I think it's called the hemline theory. So now this theory is that when there's inflation, women are more likely to spend more money making up their face and all. And also in the time of struggle, you begin to notice that the hemline of skirts gets longer. And in simpler terms, women are more willing to perform femininity when there's an economic struggle. And we know that in our society, in this society that we are in, natural hair is not considered feminine enough. And in order to fit into that perfect mold of what a feminine woman is, people would relax their hair. Now, I'm not saying that everyone who is relaxing their hair is consciously doing these things because they want to perform femininity, but I think subconsciously these messages are out there on the social media space. We've seen the rise of women teaching you how to be a soft girl, how to be in a soft girl era, how to get a high value man, how to, just this. I'm so sorry, it's so funny. How to be classy, how to be all of these things. And in all of their message, in all of this, if you pick 10 femininity coaches, I dare say that 9.5, don't ask me how I got the half, who is the half person? I dare say that 9.5 of them will tell you that in order for you to be elegant, in order for you to appear feminine, you have to wear straight hair. Shera Seven said the same thing. I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe a little bit over a month ago, she said the same thing, advising women on how to present themselves to get a high value man who will pay for their bills. She said something along the lines of, if you want to get your high value man, that you should not wear your natural hair because your natural hair attracts dusties. That was what she said. And I'm telling you that there are a lot of people who believe the same thing. And I used to think that our generation would be different. I used to think, we're the generation that's enlightened, or the generation that will not fall into this trap. But apparently, we're just like our past generation. We're just like them. We're just like them. We're not any different. We're not more evolved. Our education means nothing because we're still doing the same thing that they did. So yeah, the economy is hard. The girls want to be provided for, so they will do anything and all that it takes to perform femininity. And so those who return natural because of its aesthetics are definitely going to fall by the wayside, jump on the train of the new aesthetic that is more prevalent. At the end of the day, I think what I've come to realize and what I've come to learn over the years is that when it comes to your hair, your appearance, whatever thing, you have to decide. I've said this over and over again, and I'll keep on saying it. I'm never going to stop saying this. You have to decide what beauty is to you. You have to decide and make up your mind of what beauty is to you. Do you like your natural hair? Do you love your natural hair? If you do, then keep your natural hair for yourself. Do not be swayed by the aesthetics. Do not be swayed by what you see on social media, because social media continues to change. It changes, it changes, it changes. I bet you that in a couple of years, natural hair movement will resurface again. And then there will be a resurface of the relaxer again. That is just how life is. Even when it comes to our body. There was a time that being ultra skinny was the it thing. Then having a big bunda I can't even say that word with a straight face. Having, you know, being bootylicious like Kim Kardashian was a thing. Then being slim thick became a thing. Like not too big of a bunda, a moderately sized bunda. Now being skinny is coming back again. So you have to decide what you want for yourself. Because if you're waiting for people outside of yourself to validate your appearance, validate your natural hair, you're giving them too much power. Because one day they might say, oh, you look good, and the next day it's you look like trash. So what are you going to do then? What are you going to do then? Finally, I would say love your hair now, love yourself now. Love your hair now, love yourself now. There are a lot of people who feel like they will love their hair when it gets longer. They will love their hair when they do this. They will love their hair when they reach waistline. Love your hair now. Love your hair now. This is the only time that you have to love your hair now. If you keep on finding faults in your hair, I'm telling you, when you get your long hair, you begin to look at it and be like, oh, the color is not jet black. It's not what I want. The curl pattern, this, that. The density, that. Love your hair now. Love your hair now. Love your hair now. Love your hair now. And I'm so glad that I had my big job. I know I have to bring me into the topic. It's my channel. I can talk about myself. Okay. Yeah, I love that I had my big job because my first natural hair journey, while my hair was at this length, I actually did not love my hair because I wanted coilier hair. I don't know what made me think that when I went natural, my hair was going to be super coily. Like, girl, I was in the Lulu land. Yeah. So I did not love my hair while it was short. I learned to love my hair along the way. And now I'm just glad that I'm giving myself the experience of loving my hair while it is short. And something that I've noticed is that regardless of the length of my hair, of course I had admirations or had admirers when my hair was long, but I still had people who could not stand my hair while it was long, who constantly told me my hair, I need to do something to my hair. And those same people are still telling me I need to do something to my hair while it is short. But do I care? No, I don't care. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you in the next one, which will not be in a month, I promise you. Trust me. Fingers crossed. Have a good day. Bye.